Manchester United 22-man travelling squad for FA Cup final vs Man City. Man United have left for the FA Cup final against Manchester City in what could be Erik Ten Hag's final match in charge. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has named a 22-man travelling squad for the FA Cup final against Manchester City. United took the train to London for the final on Friday afternoon. Security attempted to smuggle players and staff into Stockport Station via the rear entrance, but were unsuccessful. City left for London via Manchester Piccadilly. Ten Hag was the last to board the train, in what is believed to be a superstitious ritual for the Dutchman. The United manager is always the last to disembark from the team coach at away games. In a season where United have recorded 65 separate cases of injury or illness that have caused a player to miss a game, they are only missing 3 players for Saturday's final. Left-back Tyrell Malaysia has missed the entirety of the season with a knee injury, Luke Shaw has been sidelined for 3 months with a hamstring problem, and Harry Maguire has been ruled out with a muscular injury. Maguire has failed to start in all 4 of the finals United have reached since he joined the club in 2019. The 31-year-old missed the Europa League final with an ankle ligament injury in May 2021, and he was on the bench for the League Cup and FA Cup finals last year. Ten Hag could manage United for the final time amid the expectation he will be dismissed after the final. United have refused to comment on Ten Hag's position. United won the League Cup last season, but lost 2-1 in last year's FA Cup final to City. Ten Hag referenced his record in finals at what was possibly his last pre-match press conference at United's Carrington training complex on Friday. "It's all about trophies, and we have a huge opportunity to win a trophy," Ten Hag stressed. "So the last 10 years, not so many trophies in this club, but we have an opportunity to win 2 trophies in 2 years. Every game I want to win, and that's it. I just focus on this game as I do for every game, and I know it's an important game because it's about a trophy. An FA Cup final is a big event, and we are there. Even in the season which is not in our way, we are there. We have an opportunity, and it's never been easy, but we have to go for it, and we will go for it. We have to believe as we did last season, as we know often against good opponents, we play our best football, and I expect this to do the same again on Saturday. I came here to win trophies. Saturday I have the next opportunity. We achieved this, we earned this opportunity as a team, and now we have to go for it. I think we were very competitive until a VAR decision at Old Trafford. A tough decision, I thought. I didn't understand, no one understood. We haven't seen this decision in the rest of the season in such a moment in a penalty situation. At Etihad, for 70 minutes, we were very good in the game. We had opportunities to score a second goal, and then they could sub. We didn't have a bench, and that's a big difference. On Saturday, we will have a bench and a much stronger side. United squad: Onana, Bayindir, Heaton, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, Evans, Kambwala, Lindelof, Casemiro, Mainu, Eriksen, McTominay, Amrabat, Mount, Fernandes, Ahmad, Antony, Garnacho, Rashford. Hodgland. Man City vs Man United preview, FA Cup final team news, match updates, analysis, match report. Fernandes: I don't want to leave Man United. Bruno Fernandes says he has no intention to leave Man United, despite recent reports linking him with a move away from the club. Speaking to the Players' Tribune, he said, "I love to step out at Old Trafford more than anything in the world. I don't want to leave. This has always been my ultimate dream. I just want my expectations to fit with the expectations of the club. If you go talk to any fan, they will tell you the same thing. We want to compete for the league. We want to be playing Champions League football. We want to be in cup finals. That is the standard. That is what I want. That is what you all deserve. I just want to keep fighting. I want to be here. My family wants to be here. If you doubt that for a moment, then you just have to look at my Spotify Wrapped, and that will prove it to you." Ten Hag in the dark, but his future feels bigger than FA Cup final. Man United insist no decision has been made yet on the future of Erik Ten Hag, and the FA Cup showpiece won't sway their thinking after conducting a comprehensive review. Sky Sports News senior reporter Melissa Reddy provides the latest from Old Trafford: United's injury issues easing. Left-backs Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia will also miss Saturday's final at Wembley, but United's injury issues have eased in recent weeks, with Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane returning along with Marcus Rashford and captain Bruno Fernandes. Victor Lindelof, Mason Mount and Anthony Martial were also pictured in training in the build-up to the final, boosting Ten Hag's options against rivals City. All the players you mentioned, Lindelof, Mount and Martial, I think all available, Ten Hag added. Tomorrow final training and then we will make final decisions, but if I oversee it now it looks good. Ten Hag, Maguire unavailable for FA Cup final. Harry Maguire has been ruled out of the FA Cup final against Manchester City on Saturday. The Man United defender sustained a muscle injury in training earlier this month and was expected to be out for 3 weeks. Maguire is unavailable, manager Erik Ten Hag said at his pre-match press conference. Asked if Maguire, who has been named in England's provisional Euro 2024 squad, has suffered a setback, Ten Hag said, "I don't think so, no. It's just he didn't make it, didn't heal as we expected." FA Cup final live, Man City vs Man United predicted size, team news and Ten Hag latest. Manchester United will hope to salvage some success in their final match of the season as Erik Ten Hag looks to earn his second trophy for the club against Manchester City, and Pep Guardiola, the local rivals, arrive at Wembley looking to finish their season on a high, in a repeat of last year's clash in domestic football's showpiece event. United will hope to earn some revenge and their first piece of silverware this season with victory on Saturday afternoon. Erik Ten Hag could be taking charge of his final United match, with reports suggesting he will be sacked regardless of the result, after an 8th place finish. Pep Guardiola on the other hand will be aiming for his second trophy in under a week after his team won the Premier League on the final day of the season. The Red Devils have won just one of their last 7 matches against City, and tasted defeat in each other tie. The Citizens have bagged 6 goals against their rivals in their 2 meetings so far this term. Join us for all of the build-up to, action from, and reaction to the biggest Manchester derby of the season below. Fans gather outside Wembley. Fans of both Manchester United and Manchester City are gathering outside Wembley ahead of the FA Cup final. Guardiola on City success. Pep Guardiola has admitted his Manchester City team must sustain their level of success going into the FA Cup final against Manchester United at Wembley. He said, "So our team is here and maybe Saturday will be different, next season will be different with same manager, same players, same team, it can be different, nothing is eternal. There are periods in history, always when you have a long history, there are periods. I say enjoy the moment because this is not going to happen for the next how many years. The duty is to sustain it for as long and as much as possible." Ten Hag makes Shaw claim. Erik Ten Hag has claimed Luke Shaw will never be able to play an entire season again because of his horrible leg break at the start of his career. He told Dutch outlet, "Luke Shaw is the best left-back in the world. This guy is so good. But he has suffered a horrible injury at the start of his career, and because of this he will never be able to play 60 games per season." Ten Hag on Ratcliffe promise. Erik Ten Hag has revealed that Sir Jim Ratcliffe previously confirmed he would be given the opportunity to stay at Manchester United under his regime. The Dutchman is under growing pressure at Old Trafford after leading the Red Devils to their worst ever Premier League campaign. It has been reported that he will be sacked regardless of the result of this weekend's FA Cup final against Manchester City, a game on which the club's European hopes for next season hinge. Speaking to Dutch outlet, Ten Hag said, "They said they want to change everything and that they want to rebuild with me. This is what they told me directly." Man United fans on coaches. Manchester United fans are en route to Wembley for the FA Cup final after leaving Old Trafford at around 6 a.m. Ten Hag's bold claim. Not everyone always agrees with Ten Hag and he might have trouble finding some support for this one. The United boss believes his side were the better team in last year's final despite going 1-0 down after 13 seconds. Erik Ten Hag's final game. It appears the decision has already been made to part ways with the United boss, with news emerging yesterday. Will that have impacted their preparation for a massive match today? We'll find out later today.